You're planning a summer vacation. You know, most airlines are now charging for a checked bag, and the more luggage you check, the more it's going to cost you. So how can you fit everything you need into just one suitcase? Flight attendants Bobby Laurie and Galen David are here with some travel tips. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thanks for having us.
So this is costing people a lot of money. What are some of the big culprits that take up most of the space in our bags?
Oh my, shoes are the thing. You know what? You've got to decide on a strategy that gives you really one color that you can stay with as far as your theme. If you're going to go all blue, black, brown, and stick with shoes that work.
Okay, so tell us about this bag. What all have you got in here, and what are your tips?
After losing my own luggage 6 times, I decided to go back to carry-on, and I can get a week's worth of clothing in here and some.
A week's worth?
A week's worth.
I got to see this. So how do you put a week's worth of clothing in here?
First of all, go back to rolling. This is a review. Most people know this, but it's like the flight attendant telling you how to use the seatbelt. We know how to do it. We just have to. So you roll your clothes. It gives you 30% more space. So we've got.
Is that true? Really?
Yeah, 30%.
Okay. So roll the pants, roll the
shirts. And if you're a tight roller, even more space. So yeah, we've got 2 pairs of jeans in here. We have 7 shirts. I mean, they just keep coming out, okay?
And they're rolled.
They're rolled,
okay.
And we roll them really tight and push them together in the corners of the bag. You can see how I've got it there.
Okay.
And shoes, sticking with 2 pairs of shoes that work with everything, depending on what your mood is.
Color coordinate and stick with it.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then we've got our jackets very nicely folded so that you can roll these as well, but we had some space to spare. So we folded these in here. And so we've got our jackets, and then, you know, your essentials in here.
You don't need to air my dirty laundry. Just leave it where it is.
Okay. And then up here is where we've got our toiletries, and really just, you know what, narrow it down and go head back to those little travel sizes. And you can do without 5 different hair gels, you know?
Well, and speaking of, you know, we can actually get rid of the toiletry bag altogether. Well, not your toiletry bag, your Ziploc bag.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of Lush Cosmetics?
You know, I have not.
Okay. Well, it's like a boutique cosmetics store. Yeah, it's one of our secrets. They make solids of what you would usually use at home, which is liquid. Okay. So this, for example, is a shampoo bar. Now you can smell that because it actually smells pretty decent. I mean,
it does.
Yeah,
have you used it?
I have. I mean,
well,
yes.
Okay.
But it's not like using soap. It's not like using soap in your hair. It actually conditions.
Yeah, it conditions and foams.
I was suspicious.
So you wet it and then you just rub it into your hair and it foams up just like shampoo would. So they have different scents of those. This is really interesting. This is called TheCW. And it's solid toothpaste. You put it in between. You put it in between your teeth, wet your toothbrush, and then just start brushing, and it breaks down, starts foaming, and then gives you, of course, that sparkling clean.
Well, those are interesting.
Yes, they've got all kinds of stuff.
And solid perfume also. It works just like chapstick. You just put it on your pressure points, rub it in, and
that's
you're good
great.
to go.
Because one of the big problems is you go through different airports, and I hate to say this, the TSA is going to get upset with me, but sometimes it varies a little bit.
Right, and you've been through a lot of airports. And of course, this is going to save people a lot of money, because what is it now, about $25 on average for your first bag?
For your first, and then $50 for your second.
Okay.
And some charge for carry-ons.
That's the thing, that carry-on, you know, if you don't plan in advance, you have to do a lot on their websites for the airlines that do charge for your carry-ons as well.
In fact, one airline even charges you to talk to their ticket agents at the airport now.
Lots of fees. We're trying to help you out with those. If you want more information on the best way to pack your bags so you can skip those fees, visit our on-air section of our website, KWGN.com. Just click on the link to Savvy Stews. And back over to Tom.
That's Savvy Stews.